Can you all see my screen?
Yes, Nanda.
Yeah, this is George. I can see.
Okay. Okay. So we have started the fixed assets. In the fixed asset, the most important part is to create the chart of depreciation. The chart of depreciation, we cannot create it directly the chart of depreciation. SAP has given standard chart of depreciation for every country. So you can leverage the same thing or you can use the same thing and copy your own chart of depreciation. Now, the moment we copy the chart of depreciation, whatever are the depreciation areas, a chart of depreciation will contain multiple depreciation areas. Each area will specify will be maintained for some specific purpose. If at all we want to provide a depreciation by IFRS, if at all we want to show our depreciation by IAS, or if at all we have to show our depreciation by certain act, then we can show them specifically by copying depreciation areas. So each depreciation area will give us some information. Okay. Now, the important thing in the case of depreciation areas is in the new version in S4 system, we have, the accounting principle and ledgers. So within the ledger, we have leading ledger, non-leading ledger, and we have extension ledger. Of course, we have seen the extension ledger under which we may have some appendix ledger, all those stuff, right? So it is important for us to have leading ledger and non-leading ledgers only here in asset accounting. Extension ledgers are not required to be maintained here in the asset accounting. Right. Now, in the case of leading ledger and non-leading ledger, whenever we are creating a ledger, the corresponding ledger group will be created, and we need to have accounting principle associated with it. So that's where the ledgers and accounting principles are connected. Now, the moment here we assign the accounting principle to the relevant depreciation area, the corresponding ledger will be triggered. This is what we have seen on the ledger front. The other important point is the parallel currencies. If at all we have parallel currencies, it means apart from company code currency, apart from local currency, as per the requirement, if at all we create additional currencies, I mean, we can have two more currencies maintained in addition to the company code currency. Uh, it can be a group currency, hard currency, index based currency, or could be anything, right? So we need to maintain them here in the depreciation areas. So in order to maintain the depreciation areas, all we will have to use, we will have to use the standard one, standard depreciation area one. We will have to take one and copy the same thing. Remember, one point is for every ledger, we need to have these parallel currencies to be maintained. Suppose if at all for a particular company, we have two, I mean, leading ledger and one non-leading ledger, and it requires for each of these ledger group we need to maintain parallel currency related depreciation areas. It means it means if at all we have two parallel currencies, two ledger, it means we require four additional parallel additional four depreciation areas for capturing parallel currencies and ledgers. Okay, that's about the important point. Any questions until here? Okay, then after that, we require this chart of depreciation to be assigned to our company code. Now, before we assign this company code, make sure that the tax codes are linked to our company code that we have seen already. Okay, 0% tax code to be assigned to our company code. That there are two places to maintain the same thing. One is in the taxes area that we have seen, and the other one is in the fixed assets. So you can assign anywhere so that system will allow us to assign the assign the depreciation area, chart of depreciation to our company code. That way, the chart of depreciation is linked to our company code. Right, that we have seen. Now we will jump on to the next one, the asset classes. Okay, first is specify account determination. Sometime back, we have discussed about what exactly the account determination, and the basically the account determination is right. So let's go and discuss something on it. Where is the Excel? We don't have. Okay, so basically account determination helps to maintain the GL, helps to maintain the GL. So account determination. Let us say in our particular organization, we have assets on furniture, we have few assets on plant, we have few buildings, we have few computers, we have some electrical fittings, okay, and we have some motor car. Okay, these are the assets we have in our organization. We have some machinery. Okay, these are the assets we have. Now, coming to the balance sheet, coming to the reporting perspective, do you want to have a separate GL for all of them, or do you want one GL for plant and furniture, another GL for building, computer, electrical fittings, motor cars and machineries? Yes, we can maintain use with the help of the accounting determination. even though even though the number range, let's say all my furniture assets numbers, remember one important point here: the furniture numbers whatever are we creating as a master data, all those are called numbers, those are not GLs. It is just similar to that of vendor and customer what we have discussed earlier. It means a reconciliation account is required to be created. One reconciliation account is required to be created based on the reporting requirement. If you want one separate one separate for each of them, we will have to create those many reconciliation GLs. Or if the business wants all of them to go into one reconciliation for all them, it goes into one reconciliation GL. Okay, so whatever are the asset numbers we have, those are called asset numbers only, similar to that of BP numbers, vendor numbers, customer numbers. Those are not GLs. So in the same way here also we call it as numbers. Let's say I'm creating furniture with a range of 1 lakh to 1,99,999, and plant to 2 lakhs to 2,99,999, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs 99, 4 lakhs, 4 lakhs 99, 999, 5 lakhs. So if I maintain like this, these are all called numbers. Whenever I'm creating any furniture, I will have a furniture number. These are called numbers. And while creating while creating, we are not assigning any GL. So the GL determination is happening in the configuration. That is what the accounting determination specifies. So if at all I have a separate GL for all of them, then what I will do, I'll create based on the account group range, I will give a number range for it. So I will say my GL is 1 lakh, 1 lakh 100, okay, 1 lakh 200, 1 lakh 300. Like that I can maintain a GL. These GLs are called reconciliation GLs. So the accounting determination, how does this help? This helps based on the type of the GL, type of the asset. So each type of these assets are nothing but asset classes. Asset class. So based on the asset class, we will maintain the account determination. It means for this asset class, I want to have this GL. For this asset class, I want to have this GL. Suppose, irrespective of the asset class, if I have only one GL, yes, that is also possible. You can maintain there in the account determination. And you can specifically see our asset numbers clearly for all my furnitures 1 lakh to 1 lakh 99. It means I can see all my assets, asset related balances using the asset number, the corresponding asset number. But in the balance sheet, I will have all these amounts in one GL only. Typically that is not the right approach, but I'm just giving an example. So normal practice is for each of the asset class, we normally maintain a separate GL. That is what the normal practice. Okay, that is what the normal practice. Or you can keep for all of them, you can keep one GL. For few of them, you can keep one GL. For the remaining, you can keep one more GL. That's totally depends on the business requirement. But typically if they want us, I mean, if they ask us the our what is that opinion, then we will have to suggest always a separate GL for each of the asset classes, so that I can view my